So our men's B 1500 underway, one of the bigger 1500 metre fields this evening. It's Hilson, Vernal, Meeson, Barker, Sexton, Chappell, Lindemann, Denboa, De Castella, Lanigan and Aguiard. As we'll see them make their way around this first 200 metres. And a good injection in pace early here at the moment. I think that might be Aguiard of Box Hill waiting as he comes past. In fact, it could be Barker. So our two pacemakers out in front here. The Eastern Track Club Staples looking to try and find their position on the rail. And they'll do just that now. So tasked with the job to try and bring these young men through at a quick pace. And that is in fact Kieran Barker there on the shoulder. So 48.49 through the opening 300 metres. This field is very well strung out at the moment. It is going to be the man from Box Hill, though, in Barker. He's going to lead it in front of Jake Hilson. He's just saw what his fellow South Bendigo compatriot did in the race before. He might try and imitate it. Alan Vernal, it is on the shoulder there, or on the rail, I should say. And on his outside shoulder, it very well could be either De Castella or Lanigan. Will get them as they make their way through. But this pack at the moment is certainly bunched up. They might try and spot themselves a little bit of room. This back trio will want to attach themselves here as best they can. It's Chappell who's going to move around the shoulder and try and just bridge that gap that's developing out in the front of the race. So it's our pacemakers looking very smooth in control at the moment. Kieran Barker of Box Hill, just accompanied by Jake Hilson of the South Bendigo Athletics Club. And he'll just be very content with sitting in that outside of lane number one. Not spotting any extra meterage, but putting himself in a position to move where he can. It's Alan Vernal, not too far away from there either.
1 minute.
As the rest of this field now makes their way through on the rest of his shoulder.
1, 2.
Moving really nicely is Tylan Denboa of Melbourne University in the Eastern Track Club singlet. So as they make their way around now, they'll have 700 metres to go up this back straight up for the second last time. And it is now going to be Jake Hilson who makes his way through. He's going to put his foot on the accelerator and see who can come with him here at the moment. The rest of this pack just trying to respond to a move. Alan Vernal is tasked with bringing the rest of them through. It's Solomon Meeson as well of Keilor St Bernard's. Chappell now wants to follow them as well. He'll try and bridge this back the best he can. Behind him there's Sexton. And so too the rest of the Box Hill crew. Aguiard as well on his shoulder. But this group out in front is now just starting to go through the motions ever so slightly. So as they make their way around here, they'll have 500 metres to go. Pacemakers look left and right. They'll try and see who's coming with them. They make their way through here. He spotted a little bit of room for himself. He says, I might try and take that spot. So moving really well out in front here is Lanigan. But the man who's moved the most here of them all was Solomon Meeson. So 3:07 it was on the clock as they make their way around now. Meeson, he's going to try and do it from the bell. One of the harder parts to do it from. Trying to chase him down now is Lanigan, and so too is our man from South Bendigo and Jake Hilson. So he's watched what's happened in the race before, and he's going to try and chase him down. It's Solomon Meeson. He's going to be the hunted. So he's trying to ward off the advances of those behind him there. Harvey Lanigan tried to make a race of it there with 500 metres to go. He finds himself in third position. Vernal fourth. Chappell in fifth. But it's a race in two out in front here at the moment. It's going to go the way of Solomon Meeson and Jake Hilson. So Hilson, he'll creep up on the shoulder of the Keilor St Bernard's athlete. He's not done with yet on the rail. He puts his head back and charges down this final 100. Looking the best, though, is Jake Hilson, and he's going to move on past. He's not done with yet, Meeson, but I think he'll do enough. It's Jake Hilson of South Bendigo, 4:09, Meeson 4:10. Phenomenal racing there. Harvey Lanigan as well comes down as a plethora of athletes come through now. Chappell in and amongst them. But some great racing. Dead on the legs at the finish line here. Joe Sexton will round it out as well. As our final competitor comes into the last 100 metres of this men's B 1500. But a great back-to-back effort from South Bendigo. And Jake Hilson lines it out. Phenomenal performance there. 4:37 as we make our way to our next 1500.